It's positive because it's going uphill. Okay? This one's pretty strong. Is it 1 strong? No. So, okay, she says it's a 0.8 strong. I would say 0.85. So anywhere between 0.8, 0.9 strong. What about the next one? It's negative because it's going downhill. So give me a number.
85.
87. But all yours that you said, I just wanted to be different. But all the ones that you said are good. Y'all with me? All right. Now, we have not talked about what R squared is. Notice that when we pull up that second calc linear regression, we talked about the y equals ax plus b, we talked about the a, we talked about the b, we talked about the r, but we have kind of skipped over that r squared. We didn't talk about that. Well, y'all, r squared, do we agree, is r times r?
Yeah.
So if we take this r value, blah, 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 and we square it. So if I go to, and I took the whole thing, so if I take that whole value and I square it, this is where they got the r squared from. Here's what r squared means. If we whoop whoop that, what happens to it when I whoop whoop it? It turns it into a percent. So this is going to become 3.2%. So that means my equation is 3.2% accurate. So this equation right there works 3.2% of the time. So tell me about my data. It sucks. Because look at my R. Is it positive, moderate? It's positive. Tell me about how strong it is. It's weak. So this was from the problem that we did on IQ and brain size. So when we predicted about your brain and your IQ, tell me how good the predictions were.
About 3.2% accurate.
They were about 3.2% accurate, which means they suck. So if you were depending on how smart you are based on the size of your brain, it ain't good. So the better, so like if my R value was a 0.98, okay, and I square that, that would be 0.98 squared. So if I come over here and I do 0.98 squared, that would give me my R squared value. So my R squared value is 0.9604. Well, if I whoop whoop that and turn it into a percentage, that's going to be 96.04%, which means my equation is 96.04% accurate. That means when I plug it into my table, it's going to be pretty truthful. Because my relationship is what? What kind? It's strong.
Positive.
So y'all, if you go to a marriage that's strong and you ask them something, you better believe what they say because they've got a strong marriage. If you go to a weak marriage and you ask them something, they're going to probably lie to you in a heartbeat. The stronger the marriage, the better it is. All right. Last thing real quick, y'all. We got 4 minutes. This one, super easy breezy. And I'm not even going to go through all of this. Let's talk about, and I'll only go over this because hopefully y'all only hear this on cops. Hopefully y'all hadn't heard this in real life. Possible cause, probable cause, and cause beyond reasonable doubt. Hopefully they hadn't been in your car and say, I got possible cause. Possible cause is like a weak correlation. Okay? Possible cause is they have a weak correlation. They got a little bit of evidence. Probable cause is a moderate correlation. It's looking more linear. So if we have a relationship between you and a crime, cause beyond reasonable doubt. So probable cause is like, I walk up as a cop to your car and I smell something.
That was my first thought.
I smell something. Moderate cause is, ooh, I see some residue of something. Cause beyond reasonable doubt is when I walk up and it's in your hand. And you blowing smoke in my face. Okay? So when they're doing a case, they're trying to make a strong correlation between you and the crime. The more they can get against you, the stronger the correlation. Now, this one actually happened to me, so I wanted to go over it like in 30 seconds. When I was teaching at the middle school, I kept having headaches. And this problem says, you know, I wanted to know me and my headaches. I was trying to figure out what was causing my headaches. It said my headaches only happen on days that I go to work. If you and it's like, oh, maybe it's the work that's causing me the headaches. If you stop drinking Coke at lunch, the headaches persist. In the summer, the headaches occur less frequently if you open the windows of your office slightly. They occur less often if you open the windows of your office fully. So if you're having medical problems, write down what's happening. You know, is there a link to something you're eating or something you're washing with or something you're doing in your house? I had to sit down and say, okay, what am I doing every day? Is it something I'm eating? Is it perfume that my students are wearing? It ended up being that the building that we were in had mold.
Oh.
And so when I opened a window, that ventilation, I didn't get the headaches as bad. And it only happened in the afternoon because after the end of the day, you know, it kind of built up in the room. But the days I didn't go to school, it didn't happen. So it was like, you know, was it work? Was it my kids? Was it my fourth period getting on my nerves? You know, was it that I needed something to, you know, eat or whatever? So you're trying to find a relationship between what causes that to happen. Now, I am technically finished with Chapter 7. So you know everything that I know for Chapter 7. We will start with probability on Thursday. Have a good afternoon. I will see you when you come back on Thursday. Janie, will you shut my duty for me, please? If you've already calculated, make sure